Hello everybody, Zell here, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. And this is mostly a narrator-driven game, so what am I playing? Well, let's let the narrator tell you. As soon as it loads.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So yeah, this is mostly a narrator game. Like he wants me to leave the office. I don't wanna.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly.
I
The
can't
thing to
jump.
do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Well, that's not what I expected, but alright. So yeah, this entire game is basically going to be the narrator talking to it, and everything he has to say is just lovely. It's like Gladys from Portal, but much better.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, what if I don't want to go to the
No
meeting
matter how
room?
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I don't want to go to the meeting room, I want to look around. Can I go in here? No?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh god. I'm on the table. What's the mug say? Who farted? Har har, you're good at things, game. What? I'm sorry, glass. You don't understand how glass works because not a thing. Can I go to the next one? Oh. The hell?
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design.
God damn it, game.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Not really.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
I'm done.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh god. Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh, you're gonna give me some music while I wait? Thank you, narrator.
There was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
I will play along, but I won't press escape.
You too will become quite unbearable.
An invisible wall, like right in the middle. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Okay, I'm just gonna begin the game again. I've had enough of his music. Okay, onwards.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Can I get on this desk? Aha. No. One up. Fine. Awaiting input. Input received. Okay. I was reading that. What's this? Oh, it's the same one. Alright. Alright, where are we going?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left it is. Okay, bye.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Why don't you have a number? Why can't I go in there? Is that the meeting room? Can I... How do I get to the other side? Oh,
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
pretty
It
nice
had really
room.
been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Number one data. Who puts their coffee cup underneath? I mean, come on. Can I buy a drink?
Yes,
Hey.
really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Okay, I'm not taking time to read that, but you can totally read those papers. That's awesome.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Okay, wait. One more cup. What's it say? Fuel. Okay.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
And just like that. No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, what do we got? Warning, do not jump from cargo lift while it is in motion. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift, $5,000. Assume this is a cargo lift.
Look, Stanley,
And
I think
bye-bye.
perhaps we've gotten off on... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
You're a wizard, Stanley. Oh, I love this game. Let's try this again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, left or right?
When Stanley came to
Obviously
a set
no.
of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You know, I think I'm good on admiring it this time.
Yes, this room.
Yeah,
But
no.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. I'm going on that lift again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley,
over
I
there?
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I want to go down there.
You've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No. I don't want to give you a chance. 2B3. Nope, can't go in there.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Red door it is. Definitely the red door. Don't mind me. Hey.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yep, red door. Definitely in the red door.
I
Hey.
don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No. Stanley walked through the blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road?
I do.
You've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
Hey.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is it what you had wanted?
Actually,
Was it worth
yeah.
ruining the entire story I had written
Yup.
out specifically for you?
Loving
I
it.
do not think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help
I wanna go
me
up
here,
there.
Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires
go back?
of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yes.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing
I will
so
take
far.
one of each.
Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
I want to say those
Come on,
aren't
Stanley.
lights,
Take it
but
for a spin.
let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback
Yes,
here.
I like this room.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct.
I could use whatever's in this door,
According to your
actually.
gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take
Okay,
it
let's
on.
do it. Hello. The world leaderboard. Only the worst 3% of players choose a blue door. 98.9% players are more attractive than Stanley. Oh my. Alright, let's go in the red door again. Or the orange door, I guess.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Not really.
Hey,
No.
I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Hell yeah.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Let's do it. New game. Perpetual loading screen.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation.
So it sounds
and
simple
teaming
enough.
of
We just
endlessly confronting
stand over here
demands
and we
of
watch.
life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Okay, let's
Be
do
sure
this.
to keep notes on your experience.
Okay, nope. I've had enough of that already. Yeah, take it, baby.
Bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to
Yeah.
spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do.
Burn.
I have ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
No problem.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Wonder what's gonna happen now. What?
Well, Stanley, is
What?
it any better? At last.
Why am I in
everything
Minecraft?
I've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
It even has the
Will
Minecraft
it
footsteps.
ever be enough?
What?
Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
What?
This will go here. No, here. And then...
Okay, seriously, if you guys don't have this game yet, you need this. This is amazing.
See, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make
Hell
yourself
yeah.
comfortable.
This is gonna trap me, isn't it? Oh, trap me it is.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
You just spawned out of thin air, but you can't make diamond? Okay. I don't know why you can't just spawn diamond out of thin air, because, you know, you are the developer, basically, but whatever floats your boat,
My,
computer
It
man.
looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I don't. No light. What are these supposed to be? Whatever.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Okay. I don't even know what to expect at this point. This is just ridiculous. And I love it. Oh my god, really?
I don't even know what this game is, but I love
We're gonna play
it.
Portal now.
You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Taking the music with me, I don't even care.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. your forte.
Music, you can stay there for a second.
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt...
Hey. Okay, my music stopped. Whoa. That's not floor. My... What? This... Oh my god, how many hallways are there? Was I here? Yes, I was already here. It's the other side of it. Okay, so it must be the light. It's Big Brother. He's watching. Is it a GameCube controller? No, I don't know what the hell that is. Alright, Mr. Light. What do you yield? Wait, isn't this my office? Pressing all the buttons here. Nothing seems to work. Oh. Why is it black?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Well, I have no controls. Oh. We're loading. The end is never. The end is never. The end is loading. Okay. Where am I going to this time? This is different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he tells everybody this is the end of the episode and he'll see them next time.